Good morning, children. And today we'll be discussing the international system of numeration. And in the international system of numeration, starting from the right, the groups or periods are called, children, ones, thousands, millions, billions, and trillions. But in the Indian numeral system, this is the international numeral system, but in the Indian numeral system that we follow in India, that consists of ones, thousand, 100,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore, 10 crore, Arabs and 10 Arabs. But in the international system of numeration, we have ones, thousand, millions, billions, and trillions, starting from the right. Now, children, here ones, the group or period ones consist of ones, tens, hundreds. Ones is represented by O, tens is represented by T, and hundred is represented by H. Thousands consists of thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. Millions is consist of millions, 10 millions, 100 millions. Billion consists of billions, 10 billions, and 100 billions. Trillions consist of trillions, 10 trillions, and 100 trillions, children. And one important thing here is each place is 10 times a place immediately to its right. That means suppose we have ones. Now, ones is just basically, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They are all ones. But as soon as we move to the tens, if we add 9, if we add 1 to 9, then 9 plus 1 becomes 10. It becomes a two-digit number. Okay. So ones is basically a single digit. Tens is two-digit. Okay. And hundreds is your three-digit numbers, and moving on. And each place is 10 times the right, 10 times a place immediately to its right. So ones is 1. If you multiply 1 with 10, it will become 10. It will become multiply 10 with 10, it will become 100. If we multiply 100 with 10, then it will become 1000. This will be called 1000. If we multiply 1000 with 10, it will become 10,000, children. If we multiply 10,000 with 10, it will become 100,000. How many zeros are there in thousands? Three zeros. In 10,000, four zeros. In 100,000, five zeros. And if you multiply 100,000 with 10, this place, if you multiply 100,000 with 10, then this will become million, children. So what is a million? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In a million, there are 6 zeros. Okay, children. Now, if you multiply million with 10, then it will become 10 million. There will be 7 zeros. If you multiply 10 million with 10, it will become 100 million, and there will be 8 zeros. And if you multiply billion, if you multiply 100 million, then we get another period called billions. And if you multiply this 100 million with 10, this will become billion. And a billion will have, children, 9 zeros. And if you multiply billion with 10, then it will become 10 billion. It will have 10 zeros. And if you multiply 10 billion with 10, then we get 100 billion, and it has 11 zeros. So children, you can see from here, ones had no zero, tens had one zero, 100 had two zeros, 1000 had three zeros, 10,000 four zeros, 100,000 five zeros, million six zeros, 10 million seven zeros, 100 million eight zeros, 9 billion has nine zeros, 10 billion has 10 zeros, and 100 billion has 10 zeros. And children, after billions, the period that we have is trillions. And if we multiply 100 billion with 10, then how many zeros it will have? It will have 12 zeros. So trillion is what? 10 to the power 12. And if you multiply trillions with 10, then it will have 13 zeros. And if you multiply 10 trillions with 10, it will become 100 trillions, and it will become 10 to the power 14, and it will have 14 zeros, children. So children, the international system of numeration, starting from the right, the groups or periods are called ones, thousand, hundred. The groups of periods are called ones, thousands, millions, billions, and trillions. And these periods or groups are divided into three parts. Each period or group is divided into three parts. One consists of ones, tens, hundreds. Thousand consists of thousand, 10,000, 100,000. Millions consist of millions, 10 millions, 100 millions. Billion consists of billions, 10 billions, 100 billions. Trillions consist of trillions, 10 trillions and 100 trillions, children. And each place is 10 times the place immediately to its right. That means as we move from the right to the left, this value will become this values 10 times. So 1 into 10, we have 10. 10 into 10, 100. 10 into 100, 1000. 10 into 1000, 10,000. 10,000 into 10, 100,000. Then after that, we have million. 100,000 into 10, million. Million into 10, 10 million. 10 million into 10, 100 million. 100 million into 10, billion. 100 billion into 10, 10 billion. And 10 billion into 10, 100 billion. And after that, if you multiply one more 10 into this 100 billion, this will become a trillion and it will have 12 zeros. If you multiply one more 10 into the trillions, we will have 10 trillions. Then we have 10 to the power 13, and if we multiply again it with 10, this 10 trillions, then we will get 100 trillions, children. 10 to the power 14. So children, now, in the Indian system, we had ones, tens, hundred, ones, tens, 100,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore, 10 crore, Arabs and 10 Arabs. Okay, now, but if we compare these systems, international system and Indian system, so 100,000, this 100,000 is actually 1 lakh. How many zeros we had in 100,000? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 zeros we had in 100,000. So how many zeros are there in 1 lakh? 5 zeros. 1 million children is 10 lakhs. 1 million is basically 10 lakhs. 10 million is 1 crore. 10 million, how many zeros? 10 to the power 7. 1 crore had 7 zeros, children. We have discussed this in the earlier class. 1 billion has how many zeros? 9 zeros. And 1 billion equals to also 1000 million. But we will write it as 1 billion because this is the standard form. And 1 billion is equal to 1 crore. 1 trillion, children, is equal to 10 billion equals to, children, 1000 crore. 1 trillion equals to 1000 billion, but this will be called as 1 trillion. And 1 trillion equals to ones, tens, 100,000, 10,000, lakh. 1 lakh crore. So 1 trillion equals to 1 lakh crore. So children, 100,000 equal to 1 lakh. This is the comparison between international and Indian system. 100,000 equals to 1 lakh. 1 million equals to 10 lakh. 10 million equals to 1 crore. 1 billion equals to 100 crore. 10 billion equals to 1000 crore. 1 trillion equals to 1 lakh crore, children. So this is your international system of numeration, and this is very simple. The basic difference between the Indian system and the international system: and Indian system we had ones, tens, 100,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore, 10 crore. Then we had our Arabs and 10 Arabs. But in the international system, we have, instead of lakh, we start from million, 10 million, 100 million, billion, 10 billions and 100 billion. And children, one important thing, when we were doing the Indian system of numeration, in the Indian system of numeration, when we were writing a number, for example, 9, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 5. So 1, 2, 3. After three numbers, three digits, we put a comma. After every two digit, we put a comma. So this number is 92 lakh 36,785. So in Indian system, three digits, comma, and then after every two digits we put a comma. And if we add 1 2 here, then this will become 12 crore 92 lakh 36,785. This is your Indian system. But if you want to express the same number in the international system, children, then we will be putting a comma after every 3 digits, because 3 digits will represent a group or period. So these 3 digits, and after this 3 digits. Okay, so children, this is your ones, tens, hundred, thousand, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, and 100 million. So children, this will be your 129,236,785, है ना? So in Indian system, after 3 commas we put 2 commas after every, we put a comma after every 2 digits. But in international system, we put a comma after every 3 digits, and in the new pattern, we will just leave a space after every 3 digits. We will not be putting any comma. So in the Indian system, 3 digits, comma, 2 digits, comma, 2 digits, comma. But international system, 3 digits, 3 digits, 3 digits. And then in the new system of the international system, we will not be putting any comma. We will just put a space between every 3 digits. So children, this is your international system of numeration. In which we have ones, thousand, million, billions, and trillions as groups of periods. Each group is divided into 3 parts: ones, tens, hundred, thousand, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, 100 million, billion, 10 billion, and 100 billion. And when we compare international system to the Indian system, then we have 100,000 equals to 1 lakh, 1 million equals to 10 lakh, 10 million equals to 1 crore, 1 billion equals to 100 crore, 10 billion equals to 1000 crore, 1 trillion equals to 1000 billion, or 1 lakh crore. I expect this to be clear to all of you. Now children, we'll be discussing some examples on the international system of numeration, and we'll be starting with the first number that we have here is 428,713. So how will we start? We will start from left towards the right, and after every 3 digits we will put a comma. So 1, 2, 3. Now there are no more digits after these 3 digits, so we won't be putting any comma. So 428,713. We have a number, and this is your ones period, and this is your thousands period. So children, this will be ones, tens, hundred, thousand, 10,000, and 100,000. So this will be 428,713. How can we, if you take a bigger number than this, 6732681, 732,681. So starting from right and towards the left, 3 digits, and after 3 digits one more comma. So this is your ones period, this is your thousands period, and this is your millions period. So ones, tens, hundred, thousand, 10,000, 100,000, and then we have million, children. So this will be 6,732,681. If we take one more example, 76712,304. This is your ones period, thousands period, and this is your millions. So this will be 76,712,304. Again, 76,712,304. Acha. Now this was our millions period. If we take another example, 883,566,306. So children, this is your ones period, thousands period, hundred thousands. Sorry, ones period, thousands period, and then we have millions. So this will be 883 million, because this will be ones, tens, hundred, thousand, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, 100 million. So with this 8 here, 883 millions 566,306. If you took a bigger number than this, for example, 9,467 347 655. So after every three digits we put a comma. This is your ones, this is your thousand, this is your million, and this is your billion. So this will be 9,467,347,655. Another example, 5, 7, 9, 4, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2, 8, 9. So as you can see, after every three digits we put a comma. So these numbers divide themselves into their respective groups. So this will be your ones, thousand, millions, billions. So this will be 57 billion, 943 million, 561,289. If you take a number bigger than this, that can be 69,000,523,010. So children, this will be your ones group, this will be your thousands, this will be your million, and this will be your billion. So this number here will be 69 billion. So there is no digit here, there is a digit, but that digit is 0. So what we'll be doing, we'll be calling it 69 billion, and we'll just directly jump to the thousands group. This 69 billion 523,010. 69,523,010. So I suppose these examples are clear to you.